Hello everyone. You are listening to this audiobook on channel Voice for Purpose by NSS IIT Bombay.
The Sound Machine by Ronald Dahl. The protagonist of the novel is a man by the name of Klausner. He thinks that there are sounds that are imperceptible to the human ear and wants to create a device that can capture these sounds. He has a strong belief in the ability of non-human living things, particularly plants, to communicate. Like humans speak, he thinks that plants communicate with one another in far higher frequencies than human can hear. He is certain that he can create equipment that is sensitive to high frequencies, which will enable him to hear the sounds made by plants and other creatures, in addition to demonstrating his hypothesis to others. Although he is adamant about his theory, he struggles to persuade others who don't agree with him. Klausner creates a device that can detect and assist in hearing plant sounds in order to demonstrate his theory is not an absurd one. It can convert different tones and pitches into understandable patterns. One day, he thinks his machine to test this theory. He is rather pensive about the outcome. What if this idea is wrong? Or even if it proves to be true, what the next then? These are the thoughts circling his mind. He starts his trial with his next door neighbor, Miss Saunders, who maintains a beautiful garden with roses and daisies. He installs his machine, and when she cuts a rose in her garden, he can listen to it shriek on his machine. Klausner is convinced it is a cry of cut rose. He requests her to cut another flower. The result is the same, and Klausner believes he has finally unlocked the mystery he was always fascinated with. When Mr. Saunders returned to her house, he cuts another daisy to verify his results. He observes the same sound, though it is different from a typical cry of a human being. He opines that maybe plants have different emotions to human, and cries are also different from them. The next day, Klausner attempts to gather even more and substantial evidence to his theory. He goes to a park and attaches his machine to a tree. He wields his axe and rips into the trunk of the tree. Suddenly, he hears a cry of pain and fear. He is convinced it is from the tree. He asks his friend Dr. Scott to rush to the park. After Dr. Scott arrives, Klausner gives him the headphones and asks if he can hear anything. Dr. Scott expresses he can't hear anything but a humming noise. The tree screams again, and the doctor denies hearing any noise or screaming. Klausner is frustrated and drifts into the tree again. This time, a log falls off the tree and destroys the machine itself. Klausner is upset as the branch breaks the equipment. He had invested all of his time, effort, and devotion into a single project, and when that project was destroyed right before his eyes, it was clear that it was too much for him. Klausner, who is extremely scared, requests the doctor to apply iodine to the tree's cut spot where he struck it. Dr. Scott contests to do and promises to return the following day to see if the injury has healed. Additionally, Dr. Scott asserts that he hasn't heard any noise. Dr. Scott believes that it is best to return Klausner to his house since he needs a little change in his life. So he holds his arm and takes him away from the park. The story has an open ending and leaves many questions unanswered.
So hope you guys had fun. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel for more interesting audiobooks.